Na 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 na. Batman. Hold on. Okay, here we go.
Come on.
Everyone.
Hi everyone.
Well, a lot has happened since our last vlog. We've had a few Facebook updates, but we thought we should vlog again and let you know some of the things that are happening. So this vlog is going to be part update as far as the infertility and what's going on with that. But then we would also like to use this vlog as an opportunity just to share a little bit more personal of what's going on in our hearts and our minds and things like that. So we'll start off with the update. Today we had to go back and Kia had to get blood work done and a sonogram. Ultrasound. So I'll let you explain.
Yeah, so if you guys have been following our status updates, which most of you guys have, my HCG levels from the original, we found out we were pregnant. My HCG levels dropped by about half, and then they've measured them every couple of days. It went up, it doubled, and so that started to worry my doctor that maybe an ectopic pregnancy, and so they were kind of hoping that that wasn't the case, so they gave it a couple more days. Monday, which was yesterday, they measured it again, and it had doubled again, and so they decided that they wanted to check today, do an ultrasound and blood work, and just to be sure, I started on Sunday having signs of a miscarriage, so they wanted to see if that was going to happen. So we went, had blood work done today, and they also did the ultrasound. On the ultrasound, we couldn't find any sac, we couldn't find any baby. We looked in the tubes, we looked in the cervix, we looked on the ovaries. There was nothing. When they looked in the cervix, there was a little bit of fluid, and so they're considering this an ectopic pregnancy. They just, for one reason or another, can't see something right now. But the fluid, my doctor and my nurse both kind of feel like maybe that is where the ectopic pregnancy is occurring, is in the cervix, because the fluid was just a little, maybe an indication of that, or it could be in my tubes still, and it's just too early to tell. So we ended up having to go back this afternoon, and I had to have some medication for the ectopic pregnancy, and so it's been kind of an emotional day. We've kind of had like a weird peace today.
Which could be the peace that passes understanding that we know a lot of you have been praying for. So it very well could be that. It could be that mixed with the fact that within 2 to 3 weeks we've dealt with being anxious and hoping that we were pregnant, celebrating that we were, being told that we weren't, and then being told that they didn't really know what was going on. We were kind of in an in-between stage, and so it's just been a very weird 2 weeks filled with tons of intense emotions. And so right now honestly, we've just been so busy and so much has happened that we really haven't had a chance to digest it all, to process it all. So that I'm sure that's going to happen over the next couple weeks, if not months, that things just kind of soak in. But again, that this could be what the peace that passes understanding about. And so we thank you for those prayers. I do know that a lot of people have been asking what our future plans are. We do have 3 embryos left that are frozen right now, and from the beginning, even before we had Judah, the plan was to transfer all of them. And so that is still the game plan. Time, we don't know when that's going to happen. We don't know any details, but I know a lot of people have been asking can we still try this? And we still can. As of today, they haven't told us anything different. And the plan is to go ahead and transfer the rest of those 3 at future time. So I know, just want to answer that for anyone else who might be thinking that.
Yeah, there's a couple of factors that come into that. And I mean, one is clearly finances. It's expensive to do it. And so that's one. A main one is obviously my health. We have to get my HCG level down, and right now it's still increasing. Today it increased from yesterday, and it increased a good amount from what they would consider. So that has to get down before we can even talk about the next step of what it's going to look like and when we could do another transfer. It'll definitely be a couple of months. The injection they gave me today, I can't get pregnant on it. It just wouldn't be good for the next baby. So it'll take a month or 2 for that to get through my system, depending on how many injections of this I need to get my HCG level down. It's possible we have to go back on Saturday for another round of blood work and ultrasound. And it's possible based on those results on Saturday, I might have to have another injection. And so we're praying that's not the case. We're praying that this would just help resolve this ectopic pregnancy, and that I would still remain healthy. It's still possible that my tubes could rupture if that's where the pregnancy is. And so even with this injection, it can still happen. And so we're just praying that this medicine does what it's supposed to do, and that in the meantime that, everything stays safe, and that I don't end up having to have surgery or anything like that. So
yeah. So that's pretty much all the update of everything that's going on as far as the pregnancy and all that stuff. So again, we thank you for the prayers. We thank you for the updates. We thank you for all that you're doing, the encouragement, the emails. We thank you for people who are watching Judah while we can't, while I'm at work and Kia's getting her blood work done. So there's just so many parts of the body that are the body of Christ that is just coming together and doing that and helping us out. So it's just truly can't do this without you guys. So we thank you. Anything else? Okay. There are just a few things that this process has taught us that we weren't really expecting, that might be a little bit different. So what you just heard was kind of the update, but we also want to just share some personal things, just some thoughts that we're having, feelings and things like that. So we didn't really prepare for this, so this is kind of right off the cuff. But one thing that we I think, as I process all this, there's 3 things that I feel we wanted to do with the vlog and sharing our experience. And one was to glorify God. We hope that's happening. I don't know for sure, but that's our intention. We hope that is happening. The second is to inform you guys about in vitro fertilization, the whole process. It's kind of new to a lot of people. It's new. We've done it, and it's still we're learning new things about it. Yeah. So we wanted to inform. And 3, we wanted to let you guys know that we are doing this because we need your help. We've done this once without any help. We've done this with very limited help, and that was a big blessing. But every time you guys send us a message or something on Facebook or just anything, the best way I can describe it for myself, I won't speak for Kia, this whole process is, when we found out that we weren't going to be able to carry the pregnancy, it's kind of like being bit by a snake and the venom that's in there. And every time someone would say, I'm praying for you, I'm thinking of you or whatnot, it takes the edge off of it. It doesn't really make the pain go away. It's always there, but it definitely helps deal with it. It helps take the edge off. It helps not numb it, but just be able to deal with it a little bit better. So that's something that I've been thinking about. That's something on my heart, and just wanted to share with you guys as well.
Yeah.
Do you have any?
No, I mean, I know a lot of you guys have said that you appreciate our vulnerability, and we were even just talking about it today, about how we didn't realize how much of a toll the vulnerability would take on us. And I'll be honest with you, there were times where we found out like information, and one of my first thoughts would be, how am I supposed to share this on the vlog? Like, how am I supposed to tell people about this? Because I didn't even know how to handle it myself, and let alone tell other people about it. And opening up doesn't come naturally to me, especially. And so I felt like this process has helped me be more vulnerable, and to just open up and let the body of Christ do what it's supposed to do. And it's been really cool to be on this end of it, to see everyone coming together. And I know that you guys can see all the comments that, you know, other people are posting, but to be the one that's receiving the encouragement and the prayers through stepping out in my own faith and being vulnerable. And I know it may sound silly to you guys because it's just us telling our story, but it's something that's really close to our hearts, and it's difficult. It's a difficult road, and so it's just, I know that it's been encouraging to my heart to see the body of Christ come together. And
it's definitely easy to post something, to share with you when it's exciting, when it's new, and it's good news. I don't think we have a problem sitting down and sharing that. But yeah, like he said, it's been very taxing, and I wasn't expecting that, to have to share, very personal, very real, very raw information with you guys. And I'm so glad that we have the opportunity to do that, because we need you guys and your prayers and encouragement to get through it. But yeah, it's definitely been harder than I had imagined it to be. And something that some people have said is that, our faith hasn't been wavering.
That's not true.
Our knowledge of who God is and what He's capable of doing, and that He's there, has not wavered. We know who He is and why He's doing this. What has wavered, I think, is just our willingness to go through it,
and to still choose joy and choose to give Him glory through it. That's
right.
Like making that choice to give Him the glory, even though we understand why.
Yeah, and it is a constant choice, one that is hard to make when we're going through this, and so we appreciate. We don't want to be false in how we present ourselves, and we're no heroes, we're nothing extraordinary by any means. We struggle, we have our times.
He's just playing with his cars.
Sorry. Trying to have a real moment, and anyways, so yeah, we appreciate the prayers, and I'm glad you guys aren't there to encourage us, but we do have our moments where we cry, and you don't see that on the vlogs. You don't see, as soon as we turn the camera off, that's it. So, again, we know who God is. That has not wavered. We know why He's doing this. That has not wavered. But to choose joy, to choose peace, to choose comfort in Him, those things that on a daily basis, it's tough to walk through that valley.
Yeah.
And the last thing I just want to share with you real quick is, speaking of Judah, we are mindful of what we have to be thankful for.
Yeah.
And we know there are people who are in way worse conditions and situations that we are in. We have Judah. We have a strong marriage that we are very, very thankful for. We have a place to live. We have, a roof. We have jobs. We have, many, many things. So at one sense, yes, it hurts to go through this, but by no means, do we consider ourselves, miserable people or anything. We are very thankful for what we have, and I just want to let I think that's important to share, important to remember what we can be thankful for and have to be thankful for while we go through something like this.
Yeah, I think it's also been like I know how much of a miracle Judah is already, but now going through it again and having another baby, not here, has just helped me to understand. It's put more into perspective how blessed we are to have Judah, and how much of a miracle he really is, and how good that's been.
So I'm sure this is already getting pretty long, and if you've made it this far, thank you. But we just wanted to really just share some things that were on our hearts that may or may not have to do with the pregnancy itself, but this whole process. So we thank you guys for watching. We thank you for praying, encouraging, everything that you're doing. And we'll keep you updated.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.